Hi there, this is Steve from STO N SHO. We're doing a fitment today on a 2025 BMW 430i. This is the non-M Sport. This one unfortunately is a drill, but it is underneath. It's going to go in the lower center. It's kind of flimsy underneath and the screws are pretty far apart, so doesn't allow the base to really be very stable. So we felt that when moving it closer to the front and using screws would be make it more stable. So with that said, we'll go ahead and get started here. I'll turn it over to Mike and we'll start the fitment.
Okay, thanks Steve. So like Steve said, this is going to be a drill. Because the screws that are back there, they're so far back in it, you can see how flimsy it is. So we're going to move it up here. We're going to get it where it's nice and solid. So we're going to, everything that has to be drilled comes with a double-sided tape to help us line it up. And that way you can get it exactly where you want it before you put any holes in anything. So we're going to go ahead and get it lined up, and sometimes that can,
that's the
usually pretty,
part.
yeah, pretty simple, but you know how it goes. So we're going to go ahead and attempt to do this again.
Okay, I think you're fairly centered, but now we got to go left and right here. So you need to, but now you need to go back to, you're about a half of an inch. That looks pretty good there.
No, what do you think?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
How's our spacing off the bumper?
Good.
Oh yeah. Good. All right. Well, that wasn't too bad. All right. So now after we've gone through all that to get the thing lined up, and again, that's the nice thing about it with the foam tape, is that you can take your time and get it exactly where you want it before you put any hole in anything. And of course, once you do that, then you can put your pilot holes in. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the back one in, dark underneath here. So there we go. There's the back one. There's the front one. Hopefully you can see, it's kind of dark underneath there. So, okay, now this is the most important part of the whole thing right here, these screws. So now these are a 6.3 by 20. They're an automotive sim screw, and I apologize for, looks like I'm starting, it's a little dark underneath there. So it's real important that you do not over tighten these. So it's run them down till they're flush. I'm gonna go ahead and start both of them before I do any tightening here. So again, it's gonna be just running them down till they're flush. And then you'll know once so there you go. So that's flush. So now you only want to go a quarter to about a half a turn, and no more than that. Same with this one. Make sure it's flush. You'll know. Yep, there we go. It's flush. So you go a quarter to about a half a turn, and then stop. And this is never going to come off. But if you just try to tighten it down like a normal screw, you'll end up stripping out the plastic. But these screws are made to hold in that plastic, and they'll hold just fine as long as you follow those instructions. And there you go. And then of course we had the front on the whole time, but say if we tighten it up without it, then you would have your base plate on there, and then when you want to put your front plate on there, just start it in, push it till it clicks into place, and there you go.
Yeah, make sure you lubricate your pull pin from time to time. And if you go through a car wash, make sure you remove that front plate with your license plate on, because it will damage it. Let's get a shot from the front here, and your license plate will go on that front plate, and you are done.
Yeah, and it's real important. You can put a frame on this. Just make sure you're not putting anything on there that's super heavy. That can make a nice lightweight plastic or even a light metal one. But I've seen some of them that are super heavy, and because you're into the plastic, you don't want to get a lot of weight on there. So.
Good tip.
We're going to now show you how to mount the license plate to the front bracket. You're going to take your plate, take the screw, put it through the plate, then line it up on the bracket like so. Put the nylon lock nut on it. Now the nylon lock nut will have a nylon ring and then no ring, so the ring goes to the outside. So when you put it on, make sure the ring goes to the outside. And then take your 10mm socket or wrench, if you have just a wrench, Phillips screwdriver, and just tighten them up. Ring in there is going to keep it from rattling off. So there you go. That's what it should look like when you're all done.